Happy Saturday. Whee! I'm getting passed by everybody. I'm not going fast enough today. Everybody is excited. Woo! Where are all these people going in such a damn hurry? That's what I want to know. I get on this road and everybody's just, it's like the Indianapolis 500. Where the hell y'all going? Shit, I'm running 70. Well, 68. Close enough. I don't know. Well, it's been, I'm trying to be really productive today. I got up early. I did my workout. And I still do my Kalinetics every Saturday morning. And I didn't do it last Saturday morning because I was at the beach and I don't work out. I don't work out on vacation. I don't. But I did them. And well, I didn't get up as early as I meant to. I hit the snooze a couple of times. And so I'm not on the road as early as I had hoped to be, but you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to get down to the Asheboro Walmart. I was hoping to get there earlier, but I want to be able to organize nail polish before the store gets too busy. But I mean, hell, sometimes, you know, you get there early and it's still noisy because they're putting out stock and they're slamming shit all around and yelling and banging things around, and it can be noisy in there even if there aren't a lot of customers in there. So, you know, and sometimes when it's really crowded, it's still not that loud. You know, there's always that one kid going out throughout the store that's screeching like a velociraptor. There's always at least one of those. Or at the very least, he sounds like an angry seagull. I mean, there's always that one kid that just does an ear-piercing shriek every few seconds, and I have to edit it out. If it's a really good one, I'll leave it in and put a little picture of a velociraptor on the screen. Because it's just like, that was a good one. I'm leaving that one in there. I don't understand people. And I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm not. People get their hackles all raised if you talk about parenting. That's why I don't do it a whole lot. I don't talk about it unless it's Harvest just being funny. But a lot of kids go through that screeching phase where they screech like that. And I just didn't allow my kids to do it. If my kids did it, I'd tell them to cut it out. And if they wouldn't cut it out, I'd make them go sit in the car with me until they stopped, and then we'd go back in and keep shopping. Same thing if they tried to throw a fit. Like, you're not throwing a fit in this store. No. I had to do it with my older son with throwing a fit. I had to take him out to the car one time, and my older son, or my younger son, I had to do it 2 times, and then they never tried it again. Where, you know, they want a toy or something, you tell them no, and they start screaming and hollering. I just put my cart aside. I'm like, all right, grocery shopping, you know. I'm going to put my cart over here out of the way. We're going to walk out to the car. I didn't take them out there and beat the shit out of them. I took them out to the car. I said, okay, fasten them in their little seat, you know, back there in the back. I'm going to sit up here. Let me know when you're done. We'll go back in and finish shopping. I'm not going to subject everybody in that store to your screaming and hollering. We're going to sit here in the car until you're done, and then we'll go back in and we'll finish shopping. And get it all out of your system. It takes a few minutes for them to realize it's not going to get them anything. It's not. They're just making noise and it's not affecting me. I don't yell. I don't get mad. I'm very matter of fact about it. All right, go ahead. Get it all out. When you're done, we'll go back in and finish shopping. And eventually they and we go back in and finish shopping. And it worked. I mean, maybe I was lucky, but it worked with them. I'm not buying you something because you had a fit. If anything, if I had told you, and this happened, I think we were in Goodwill. This happened with one of them. I told them I was going to get them something, and then they wanted something else. I said, no, you can have this or you can have that. You can't have both. And they had a fit because they wanted both. Okay, well, you just lost both. I'm not buying you either one now. Don't have a fit over it. You did that. Anyway, but, and don't bring up autism. Somebody always says autism when I talk about this. Not every kid, but I'd say a lot of kids go through that screechy phase where they're not crying. They just, they like the sound it makes and the way it echoes, I think, in the store. I didn't allow my kids to do that. It's not cute. Nobody wants to hear it. You know, I love my little darling, but I realize everybody in this store does not love my little darling, and they don't want to hear that shit. Knock it off. But a lot of parents don't. They just let them do it. They just let them scream. And every kid is not autistic. I know that kid might have autism. You don't know. I'm not going to get into that. No, a lot of parents just let their kids do whatever the hell they want to do. And I just, personally, I don't agree with it. That's just my opinion. Kids need to learn to be quiet when they're in public. They need to learn to wait. I know a lot of adults that can't wait. They have no damn patience at all. You need to learn to sit there and be quiet. Just wait. You do not have to be entertained. Don't give them a tablet. Don't give them a phone. They need to learn to sit and wait. It's a skill that you have to learn. And a lot of people today don't know how to do it. But that's just my thought on that. So it doesn't matter. You can go to the store at any point, and it could be loud, it could be totally quiet, it could be somewhere in between, it could be really loud for 5 minutes and then quiet the rest of the time, or vice versa. You just never know what you're going to encounter. But Asheboro is 30 miles away, 25, 30 miles away from me. I go to this one to organize nail polish because even still, because I check the ones around here when I can. I haven't checked them lately. To find a Walmart where the music isn't too loud. A lot of them, and I don't know if it's deliberate or not, a lot of them where the nail polish is, there's a speaker right above the nail polish, so the music is really loud right there. And for copyright reasons, I can't make a video there with that music in the background. I'll get a copyright strike. So you can't do it there. And a lot of them, even now, the nail polish is still not labeled. They still have no labels. I don't know what the hell is going on. And I realize it's a third party that does the labeling and the displays. I understand that. And I'm not really sure why they're just not bothering to label stuff. And it just looks terrible. It looks awful. The Taj Mahal Mart, the fancy Walmart, it's been unlabeled for 2.5 years. Since at least January 2021, it's been unlabeled since then. And it looks awful. Now, I went in there not too long ago. They had completely rearranged the store. The store is laid out totally differently now in some areas, and they fixed it up and they replaced a bunch of the displays and the shelves and, made it even more of a Taj Mahal Mart. It's the fancy Walmart near High Point University, a school that I can't even afford to drive past. It's a private school. And so I was hoping, even though I realized the nail polish is done by a third party, I thought, well, if they're doing all this other stuff, maybe they'll lean on whoever it is that does nail polish, like, hey, we're trying to make everything look better. Can you get out here and fix this damn nail polish? It looks like shit. No, it still looks like shit. The rest of the store looks great. The nail polish is a total freaking disaster. It's like beyond Thunderdome. It's awful. Mad Max territory. I don't know. It's totally coated in nail polish where people have tested it, No labels anywhere. The nail polish is just thrown up there. Literally, it looks like they just threw it up there. It's awful. Why does it look like that? I can't organize that. People say, well, just organize it the way you want to. No. Do you know how many self-diagnosed OCD people would have a shit fit over that? I can't decide where it goes. They would not be able to sleep ever again if I did that. Oh my God. I can just imagine the wailing and the gnashing of teeth. No, I can't. If there are not labels, I can't do it. Lord, the bitching would go on forever. Anyway, no, I can't do it. It has to have labels on it. This one down at Walmart, everything lines up. All the planets align for the one down here in Asheboro. That's why I drive down to Asheboro. I always stop and check the one in Randleman. And there's an exit coming up not too far away. There's one down in Randleman that one, what was the problem with that one? I think that one is labeled. I don't remember why. I checked it a few months ago, and I cannot remember what the problem was. Maybe it's not labeled. I don't know. There's something wrong with it. There's some reason why I don't do that one. And I would if I could, because it's closer. But, no, I go to Asheboro. It's okay. I mean, I don't care. I don't ever really get out and drive around. There's somebody from Oregon. Look at that. That truck's from Oregon. You don't see people from Oregon here very often. That's crazy. Well, you've been on a long trip. Going to Asheboro doesn't sound so bad all of a sudden. Shit, imagine driving here from freaking Oregon. Yeah, all right. I like their license plate. It has a big tree in the middle of it. That's neat. Like Bob Ross made it. I hope you had a good week. I had an okay week. It was kind of stressful. But I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's the weekend. And tomorrow I get to go to my favorite exercise class. And the lady who normally does it has been out for the last 3 or 4 Saturdays in a row. She had some stuff going on and just, you know, she couldn't be there for the last few Sundays. But she's coming back tomorrow. I'm so excited. I love that class. It's so great. What am I doing this week? I'm getting my hair done, and I'm getting an estimate on something. I've mentioned this before. Everybody's in such a damn hurry. My next door neighbors have this big magnolia tree in their backyard. And it's pretty. It's a pretty tree. But you know how big a magnolia tree gets, and it bushes out, you know. Well, some genius many years ago decided to plant it about 2 feet away from the fence between my backyard and their backyard. Real smart. Probably the same person who planted a damn crepe myrtle 18 inches from the corner of my house. Do you know how a crepe myrtle grows? Do you know what they do? They go up and out. It looks like a truffula tree from the damn Lorax. You can't plant them next to a house. That's stupid. Well, somebody planted one near my house at some point in the past, and I had to get it cut down because when I bought this house, that tree was all up on the side of my house, this branches scratching on my windows. Shit, so I had to get it cut down. And it kept trying to save itself. Little shoots kept coming up in the yard. It kept trying to regenerate itself. You can't kill those things. Don't worry about trimming them. That tree, you can't kill a crepe myrtle. Don't worry about it. I spent 3 years after that pulling up little crepe myrtle shoots in my yard from the roots of that tree. They were popping up all around where that tree was, and in the middle of the stump, and around the stump, and in the yard. That thing desperately wanted to live. I think it's finally dead. I don't know. I haven't seen any shoots lately, but you never know. So, anyway, so that house next to me went up on the market and somebody bought it. And, I'm not going to say anything. There was an incident. Not a good start for my new neighbors. It was something they did. We didn't do anything. It was them. So I had planned anyway to get an estimate to see how much would it cost to get the portion of that tree, that magnolia tree that is hanging over in my yard, because it's a lot. How much would it cost to get that cut off? Because I am well within my rights to do that. You can do that. There's nothing they can do about it. And it's going to make the tree look terrible, I know. But the thing is, if you know anything about magnolia trees, they make these big, waxy leaves. And they drop these little hand grenade seed pod things. And the tree it doesn't lose leaves like, you know, most hardwoods do. It doesn't lose its leaves in the fall. But on over in about mid-April, around here anyway, from about mid-April through about now, it's about a 3-4 month period. It just drops leaves constantly. And my kids and I do it sometimes. I get them to do it sometimes. We have to go out there about every other day and rake up those big ass the magnolia leaves out of the yard because I can't leave them sitting on the grass. It'll kill my grass. And I spent a lot of money and time getting that backyard looking nice, and I don't want those stupid leaves messing it up. And they get all up in my rose bushes, and those you have to pick out by hand. You can't rake them because they're down behind the bushes, in the bushes, around the bushes. I hate that tree. I hate it. So I finally decided, you know what, I was going to do it earlier, but I just, everything happened with Google, and then I was looking for a job, and I decided just to not worry about that. Like, I don't care about that right now. I'll just rake up the leaves and grumble about it, and we'll worry about it later. Well, everything's kind of calmed down, and I still hate the tree. And like, you know what? What does it matter? Those people over there, they already don't like us. How much more angry are they going to get at us? We did not do anything, by the way, hypothetically. We didn't do anything. It was a weird, my instinct says don't talk about it at this point. So I'm not going to talk about it. But anyway, they don't like us, and the feeling is mutual. Like, if that's the way you want it, that's the way it'll be. It wasn't my choice. It wasn't anything I did. There's a fancy car. You know, that's kind of weird. That is like the 5th one of those I've seen in white in the last 2 weeks. That's weird. Most of them are like black or silver. I have seen probably 5 of those things. The little G-Wagon looking thing. I've never seen so many of them in my life. Life is weird. You ever notice that? There, you go through spells where you'll have a whole bunch of something happen. Like, that is weird. Anyway, so I thought they already don't like us, so hell with it, let's go for it. So I'm going to get an estimate from the tree people who did my FU trees and trim my crepe myrtle on the other side of the house and put in my dogwood tree. I'm going to have them come out this week and give me an estimate to find out how much is it going to cost to cut everything that hangs over the fence, that goes over the fence, to cut it and remove it. It's a lot, because this is a big tree. It is a very large tree. How much is that going to cost me? I don't know. I mean, I couldn't even begin to guess. I don't know. I'm going to say between $1,000 and $1,500. So I'm curious to see how close I am. But it's a hell of a lot, because it is a large tree. And I'd say about 30% of that tree is hanging over in my yard. And I'm sick and tired of raking up and picking up leaves for a tree that I don't even own. This is not even my damn tree. Now, I do realize, even after they do that, I'll still get leaves in my yard. I know that. But it won't be anywhere near as bad. Because most of the leaves in my yard are falling from that part that is hanging over the fence. We can get rid of that. Oh, they're going to be mad as hell. They're going to be so pissed off. I can't wait to hear. I want that little heifer to come bang on my door again and scream at whoever answers. I want her to. There was, anyway. They still park their big ass truck with a trailer in front of the house every night, every weekend, and it blocks the entire lane. You have to drive all the way over into the other lane to get around it. I don't like these people. I don't like them at all. Hypothetically, theoretically, allegedly, supposedly. So hell with it. They already don't like us. Let's go for it. There's nothing they can do. Legally, I'm well within my rights to do this. They can get mad if they want to. Now, they're not from here. They moved here from another state. I think it's kind of that way everywhere, though. I don't think it really matters. I think pretty much every state is that way. Like, if like my situation where your neighbor has a tree and it's hanging over in your yard, you can cut whatever goes over that fence into your yard all the way up. So, yeah, they can get mad. I mean, shit, they can do. I just don't want them to retaliate somehow, which I wouldn't put it past them. Ambalam! Babalam! Ambulance. Sam Squanch. Ambulance. So yeah, I'm on the road a little later than I meant to be. I'm going to Asheboro. So I'm going to go to Asheboro, and then I have a whole bunch of stuff. I have bags and bags of stuff in my trunk to go to the little thrift store afterwards. So I need to get down here, get it done, and get back on the road, get up to the little thrift store so I can, because they close at 12:30. I got to get everything dropped off before they close. But it could be too. I mean, it's entirely possible that I will get down here, and for whatever reason, I just can't make a video today. Either they're putting out stock right there and it takes them forever, or somebody died in the aisle and they got it blocked off. I mean, you never know. It could be anything. The low prices shocked somebody into a fatal heart attack, and they got to get damn CSI out there because they think it was a murder. I don't know. Life is weird. Touched up my nail polish last night. I felt like painting them. When did I do that? Oh my God, I did that, I think, last Sunday. I'd like to say it held up that well all week, but I've already touched it up twice. So yeah, it was chipped all to shit. But I touched it up enough to get me through today, and then I'll probably change it out later. My younger son wants to go see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I told him we would, so I don't know when we're doing that. And what else am I doing? So I'm looking forward to my class tomorrow. My workout schedule this week was chaotic, and I thought this week I could get back to normal, but I got a hair appointment one evening, and I'm getting the estimate done another evening after work, so that's 2 days. Lord, I don't know. But yeah, I think I'll survive. I don't believe it'll kill me. After this week, though, for sure, everything should kind of calm down a little bit. I wonder if they need me to be there, you know, if I tell them I want to go ahead with them cutting it. I wonder if I should be there. Would have to be on a weekend or after 5, which I don't think they'd want to be there after 5 working on it. You know, I can't take time off work to be home. Now, my son could be there, but I don't. He's already had to deal with them once. One of the people over there who came over, and what is wrong with people? You know, I'm going to just say for me, this is just me. Obviously, not everybody feels this way, as I have learned. If I moved into an area and I'm new to the neighborhood, this is just me. Totally not related to anything but me personally. If I moved into a new area, I don't know that I would think it was a good idea to go over to my next door neighbor's house, pound on the door, ring the doorbell, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, and then when somebody comes to the door, start screaming at them and demanding to know why they had a trap in their backyard. That's just an example. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't believe that would be my first interaction with my next door neighbors, even if I wondered why it was there. I don't think I'd come over pounding on the door with my little fist, ding-a-ling-a-ling the doorbell, and demanding to know. Just as an example. And then when the person who answers the door tries to respond, you won't shut up long enough for them to answer. And then you're shocked when they just shut the door in your face because you won't shut the hell up. I'm just saying, I don't believe if I moved into a neighborhood that would be my first. I think I would rein myself in a little bit. Like, yeah, maybe that's not the best way to approach my new neighbors for the first time. Let's ease into the bitchitude a little bit at a time. But not everybody feels that way, I suppose. That's what I've come to learn. Anyway, so yeah, if they get mad, I for random reasons, totally unrelated to what I just said, I don't give a rat's ass if somebody's mad. I don't care. Fuck it. If anything, it's encouraging me to do this. Like, oh, I'm seeing a lot of out-of-state plates. I just saw Arizona and Texas. I saw Oregon a minute ago. You plain old North Carolina, you're boring. Well, a lot of people travel through here on their way to the beach, I guess. I don't know. Now, this sign is confusing. It says this is the way to go to Raleigh. This is the way you go to Walmart. We're not going to Raleigh. I don't want to go to Raleigh. No offense to people in Raleigh, but I don't want to go there. I have no interest in it. So, we're going to get an estimate to get the tree cut. I'm so excited. They're going to have to be careful, though, because I have a rose bush right under that. But they're great. These tree guys are so wonderful. They did such a fantastic job with what they did before. I love them. Come on, Cletus. Thank you. I grew up in central North Carolina. I can talk shit about people. His name may be Cletus. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. I was going to say something. I forgot what it was. That Bamboo Garden sign has been there forever. There used to be a restaurant right there called the Bamboo Garden. Well, it got torn down like 5 years ago, and the damn sign is still there. They went to all the trouble to tear down that whole big building and didn't bother with the sign. There's Biscuitville. What does it say? It is back. It's literally, it is back. Try our tasty bologna, egg, and cheese. That's just too much for me. That's too much grease. I can't. Bologna, egg, and cheese? My stars. No, there's a big old line at the Biscuitville. Yeah. There's a Huddle House over there. There's a bunch of restaurants going down this road right here. They're hiring. There's a sign out saying they're hiring. I could get a job at Biscuitville. So, oh, they got milkshakes. There's Taco Bell, Wendy's, Arby's, Dario, Bojangles. I don't really go to Biscuitville anymore. I don't. They keep raising their prices, and their food is not as good as it used to be. Although when we did our channelversary, that was actually really good. It was better than the last time I had it. And I've heard other people say that their quality is not what it was. And, you know, you can reduce your quality or raise the prices, but they've done both. And dog barking. Hey, you just barking at the world. What are you barking at? Just barking. Like, he's very upset. Dog's distressed. Well, now he's not. Now he's just looking around. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't like my face. He's barking at me. Now he's barking at another truck. We'll talk to him. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. Oh, he's not paying any attention to me. He's upset about something. What you barking at? He's just talking to everybody. Now listen, okay? I realize that having a dog in the back of the truck is dangerous. I know that. There's always somebody who has to point that out. I know it's dangerous. Do I agree with it? Would I do it? No. But that's just something people do here. They put, my dad does it. He puts his dog in the back of the truck and they go wherever they're going. It's just something people do here. I know it's not safe, but it's just something people do. I mean, my dad has a scooter. It's a motorcycle. It's not a moped, but it's like if a moped and a motorcycle had a baby. And he's had 3 different dogs that he taught to ride on the back. It would sit behind him and put their paws on his shoulders, and they'd ride all over. They'd go all over the place like that. He did that for years and years. He's done that 20 years ago he started doing that. And they went all over. And I realized that's not safe. It's not safe for anybody to ride a motorcycle. But he does. It's just something people do. I don't know what to tell you beyond that. There's Sir Pizza over there. They have these, their pizza's good. They make these little thin crust pizzas, and they cut them in squares, and they have little square pepperonis on them. And it's just so nostalgic to me, because I grew up occasionally. It was always a treat to get to go to Sir Pizza, because we didn't go out to eat much, but every now and then my mom would take me to Sir Pizza. My dad hates pizza, but my mom would take my brother and me to Sir Pizza for lunch on a Saturday or something, and that was always a treat. And there's a Goodwill right here. See, I'm thinking they're going to be open by the time I get done at Walmart, and I could pop in there for just a minute before I have to get back on the road, because I got to get this stuff to the little thrift store. Gas over here at the Sheets is $3.46 a gallon. Gas is usually a little bit cheaper in Asheboro than it is in Greensboro. Sometimes when I'm down here, I'll just go ahead and fill up while I'm here. So I'm gonna go to Walmart. My son is still on his trip. Everything's going fine. They were driving all day yesterday. They're going to a concert. I don't even know where it is. Probably in the middle of a damn cornfield. I don't know where they are now. I think they're in Iowa. I don't know. Like, what are you doing, man? Anyway, he's having a good time. He said everything's going fine. I haven't heard from him this morning yet, though. I told him to check in with me regularly. I want to make sure he's okay. I don't know. I'm just worried. He's never done anything like this before. He's got it under control. I know he does, but I can't help it. So, all right, we're at the shopping center. Do you think it's going to be busy? God, there's already a bunch of cars over there. Pizza Inn. Oh, there's a Pizza Inn. Oh, right there. I always get in the wrong damn lane. There's a Pizza Inn. Isn't it cute? Look at that. Well, you can't see it. It's over there. All right. The parking lot does not look too bad. But that doesn't mean anything. I mean, I could get in there and it's just noisy as all get out for whatever reason. There could be an alarm going off the entire time. And if there is, then obviously I can't make a video with an alarm going off in the background. Can I get a good spot? Can I have a good spot? I can. I can park right here. Look at me. All right. Nice. So I have to make sure I have everything. Whew, I'm not wearing any jewelry. I meant to change shirts, and I was in such a hurry to get out of the house, I just forgot because I'm running behind. I did remember to put on pants that have pockets, so I don't have to worry about a purse. I need my wallet. Oh, it's a sad day. The Goodwills around here used to take these cards. You can tell how long I've had this card. Look how worn it is. It's just awful. It doesn't have my name on it or any identifying information. So you would pay once a year to use this card at all the Goodwills around here. And you would get, well, it used to be just 10% off, and then they raised it to 15% off all year on most of your purchases. Well, they've done away with this program, so it's no good anymore. So I'm going to keep this card. I'm going to retire it, though. I'm taking it out of my wallet, and I'm going to put it away. And it's just sad because they said, oh, don't worry, though. We're replacing it with a much better program. You're really going to love it. You won't even miss that card. They replaced it with nothing. Absolutely nothing. And they raised all their prices. So when I go into Goodwill anymore, I almost never buy. I don't buy much anymore. I don't. And now that this no longer works, I'm going to buy even less. I walk out empty-handed most of the time, and I've quit donating to them as well. Like, no, you know what? I'll take my stuff to the little thrift store or one of the other local thrift stores. I'm not giving it to you anymore. I'm fed up with your shit. You keep raising prices. You did away with the only discount program you have had left. They used to do different days of the week. They would do 10% discounts, like for teachers, senior citizens, you know, military, stuff like that. They did away with all that. They don't do any of that anymore. They don't have any discounts on anything anymore. So Everybody has to pay full price, and the full prices all went up. So you know what? Screw them. I'm not messing with them anymore. So I gotta get going. But thank you so much for being here and for watching. I hope your weekend is going well. And I hope your week was good. And I'll see you again soon.